the trees with their summer splendor change to radiant red and gold, when the summer moon turns mellow and the nights are getting cold, when the squirrels hide their acorns and the woodchucks disappear, then we know that it is autumn, the loveliest season of the year. Charlotte L. Reiser. Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I hope you are doing well. I am so happy and excited to finally be back. I really needed that couple of weeks off to get a bunch of personal things done and out of the way so I could dedicate as much time and energy as I wanted to these videos. I am so excited because we are entering my favorite season of all time, fall. I'm obsessed with fall. I am a fall girly through and through. My roommates and my boyfriend know that even when July rolls around, I start to get the fall, autumn, Halloween bug. Now, I'm fully aware that for most people, it is still very much summer for them. Even here in Los Angeles, it is still 90, 80 degrees most days. But that doesn't stop me from pretending that it is fall when I'm indoors. So today, that is exactly what we are going to do. We are going to be soft launching fall, which means we're going to do some light decorating, pulling out anything that has mushrooms, pumpkins that don't explicitly say like Halloween, or anything too ghosty, ghouly, but maybe a little bit, and anything kind of in that realm of more like fall feeling rather than Halloween feeling. And then we're going to do a little craft as well as talk about some books and movie recommendations that you can watch if you want to start soft launching fall yourself. Something else I associate with fall is change. The weather changes, the leaves start to fall, the clothes in our closet get swapped out for warmer ones, and sometimes we make other changes as well. Ta-da! I'm obsessed with practical magic. I think Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock in it are so cute, and I love both of their haircuts in it, and since I have red hair, I thought it'd be kind of fun to give myself bangs, just like Nicole Kidman has in the movie. And I'm really enjoying them. I think they're really cute so far, and I know I changed my top, but it's, like I said, it's 90 degrees outside, so t-shirt is far more comfortable than long sleeves. I tried. Now, I think it is the perfect time to start decorating.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. I look for the things I don't know. For all in this, I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. We're all in this, I stand alone.
Growing up, decorating this time of season was a massive event. We had buckets upon buckets of decorations, and it would take all day to take down the fall and Halloween decorations. And my mom was very strict to make sure we would only take out the fall decorations. Now, growing up and living on my own, I only sometimes listen to that rule. This year, it felt right to listen to it. Something in my bones wanted me to embrace the way that we slide from a warm summer to a slightly warm fall to a cool, crisp autumn.
The darkness.
it's kind of a controversy. Some people either love them or hate them. But I love candy corn, so of course I had to grab the first bag of the season.
Where to go? Someone said your heart is golden. All I got was my heart.
Another simple way for soft launching fall is by swapping out any photos you already have in your home with maybe some autumn or fall themed photos.
For you, for you.
Another excellent way of finding really simple photos to print is on Etsy. They have tons of ready-made posters that you can download for only $3 to about $10 that I've seen. I was able to find some really cool photos on Etsy that I printed out, and I made my own Harry Potter poster from something that inspired me a couple days ago, and I love how it turned out. I also printed out a couple of extra photos, and I recommend trying this yourself if you haven't done it. It's a really fun way of just adding a little bit of spice to your home. I love when everything is all fully decorated and all the candles are on. It just looks so nice and cozy and as if everything is right out of a book. Okay, so before we continue on with our craft, I wanted to take a moment and share with you guys a couple books, movies, and TV shows that you guys could watch to soft launch fall for yourself. The first book I would recommend is called A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. This is a super cute book. It feels like a warm hug and an apple pie. It is set in this cute little town with tons of mythical creatures, and it centers around our main character, who is a witch who is struggling with her magical powers. And one day when she is trying to bake a cake for one of her friends, she tries to summon flour and instead summons a demon for a soul bargain instead. Now, the tricky thing about this is that a soul bargain, once summoned, cannot be undone. So even though she has no intention of going through with a soul bargain, she cannot get rid of the demon until she gives away her soul. So this is when all the chaos happens of her trying to get rid of this demon, who happens to have some charmingly good looks. Forced proximity trope, sunshine, grumpy trope. It is an adorable town that is set in fall. They have a big fall festival coming up. It's really adorable, really cute. I burned through this book because I loved it so much. I'd highly recommend checking it out. It's super duper cute. You may have actually seen the book in my summer video. I bought it in my summer video thinking that it was going to be a summer read, and I started reading it in July. I think in July, and I think that was the start of me starting to feel like, oh, it's fall now, because this book starts talking about fall and autumn, and I just loved it so much. It felt so cute and cozy, and it is definitely worth a read. The second book on our list is called The Grim Rose Girls, and it is a series. I believe it's only 2 books. I've only read the first one, and it is about 4 girls who are attending an elite school, and while attending the school, there happens to be a death. Now, 3 of the girls in the group happen to know the girl who had passed away the year before. The new girl in the group had just started attending the school and believes that there is something maybe not right about the girl's death. They started to do a little bit of investigating and noticed that the girl's death lines up eerily close with one of the Grimm fairy tales. I don't want to give too much away, but it's a very cool kind of murder mystery, fantasy, whodunit. This book I would recommend reading if you want to start feeling in the mood for something a little spooky, a little bit more of a mystery, a little creepy. It is a little bit gory, but not too intense. And like I said, these were supposed to be soft launch for fall books. This one, the title, just ignore the title. There's a reason for it. So our third book I am currently reading, and I'm obsessed with it, and it is called The Halloween Party by Agatha Christie. And now the reason that I'm reading this one, it is a Hercule Poirot book, and I'm obsessed with the series, and I'm obsessed with the movies. I know there's a lot of controversy with the movies. Avid Agatha Christie book readers aren't super big fans of the movies, but I love all the actors that they have in it. I'm a huge fan of the actors. I love the movies, so I don't know. But I enjoy watching them, and they have a movie coming out September 15th called A Haunting in Venice, and it is supposed to be based off of a Halloween Party. I don't know how much it's supposed to be based off of it, but that is why I am reading A Halloween Party, and so far, I am really, really enjoying Halloween Party. And on top of it, it's not crazy Halloween related. It is set at a Halloween party, but that is only a teeny tiny part of it for like a moment. The rest of it is just set in fall and autumn, and it's Agatha Christie, so it's an awesome murder mystery whodunit. I highly recommend checking out pretty much any of her books, just because murder mysteries are perfect for starting to get in the fall creepy vibe. Okay, moving on to movies. The first one I'm going to recommend is You've Got Mail. I love this movie so much. It is one of my favorite movies. I may have mentioned it in my spring movie and book list, and if I did, I was wrong then. I have a bad habit of listing this movie just because it's my favorite movie. It stars Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, and it is set in New York City. It's beautiful, and it's autumn in New York City, and it's set in bookstores. I mean, what more could you want for a soft launch for fall? It's an adorable story about 2 rival bookstore owners who are butting heads in person, but don't know that they are talking anonymously online. And they have no idea that this romance is starting to bud online while this intense feud is starting in person. And can they reconcile their feud online, or their feud in person, with their romance online? It's super duper cute. Check it out. Okay, the next movie on our list is Practical Magic. If you want autumn, if you want pumpkin spice, if you want whimsy, this is the movie. It is Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman, and it follows them and the curse placed on their family generations ago, and whether or not they are able to finally break it, and whether or not they are able to find a little bit of love along the way. It is such a wonderfully magical and sisterhood and witchy. I don't even know how to describe this movie to you. It just feels so good. And I think it's just such a cute and fun film, and it is the perfect thing to get you in the mood for fall and Halloween, and gives you a little bit of magic and whimsy, and I think that's perfect for this time of year. Knives Out is the epitome of a fall whodunit. It is a perfect murder mystery for autumn. It is set in this amazingly set mansion. I mean, the interior, the set decorator, I feel like did not get enough praise for how cool this house looks. The interior is amazing. There's all these beautiful books and cool bric-a-brac and knives, and there's this chair, and all around it are knives and daggers pointing directly at it. It is the coolest chair. It's incredibly dangerous looking, but I want one in my house. It's super cool. It's so perfectly fall. I mean, I can't even describe to you guys how perfectly fall this movie is. Highly recommend checking it out. If you guys want to start feeling a little more spooky, a little bit more murder mystery, watch Knives Out again if you haven't already. You'd be so surprised at how perfectly fall this movie is. Okay, so right before we go, 2 quick honorary mentions, 1 TV show and a specialty thing for soft launching fall. The first show is Over the Garden Wall. You may have seen it on my picture frame that I put up on the wall. I love this show. There's only about 10, I think maybe 12 at the most episodes, but each one is only 10 minutes long. It follows these 2 brothers as they travel the unknown. They are completely lost in trying to find their way home, and they come across all these really unique and interesting characters trying to help them find their way back. And it's set in fall, and it's a little creepy too, but it's so stinking cute. Check it out. I love Over the Garden Wall so much. Enough to put a photo up of it. Lastly, I want to recommend trying fall and ambience POV videos. If you live somewhere like I do, where it is currently 95 degrees outside, it may not feel like fall, and it might not feel like fall for quite a while. It's not supposed to cool down in Los Angeles until like halfway through October. So what I like to do when I feel that way is I like to put on fall ambience or POV videos where I hop on YouTube and I type in fall, autumn, or even Halloween, and then follow it up with POV or ambience videos. And what comes up is really fun videos of either just leaves falling, and it just looks like the epitome of autumn and fall and all things that you want to see outside of your window, but maybe you don't get to right now. Maybe you don't live in that location. And that's totally okay. Like I said, I live in Los Angeles, but of course, during this time of the year, I want to see these beautiful trees. I want to feel cold, so these videos just help bring even more ambience into the room and help me feel a little bit more fall, a little bit more autumn, a little bit more ready for Halloween. I highly recommend checking those videos out if you have not already, and let's continue on with our video. Our craft today is making pumpkins. I use something called polymer clay, and all you need for it is your own hands. If you have clay tools, you're more than welcome to use them, or use a toothpick and an oven. So first, I grabbed some clay that I liked the color of. Mine was more of a creamy white. If you want to go with a traditional orange, go for it. I liked the way that this color looked, so I rolled it up into a ball and slightly squished it. Then, with my tool or with a toothpick, lightly draw lines down the side of it, giving it a slight indent. Don't worry about pressing a little hard, the clay can be kind of tough. Next, we are going to make the leaves and the vines. So grab your green clay, and if you want to make it a little bit darker, do what I did and grab a tiny pinch of black and mix them all together really, really well. Then roll the little bit of green in between your hands, making a snake-like figure. Next, make a tiny hole where you would like your vine to go. Then, gently place the tip of the vine into the hole and slightly push down. Then create the vine shape you would like. I really liked the coil. It kind of gave it more of a whimsical, magical look that I've seen from like Cinderella and movies like that. Next, using the same color of green you used for the vine, pinch off a teardropped shape. Slightly flatten between your fingers and press into the same spot as the tip of the vine. I end up having to use my tool, but again, you can simply use your finger or a toothpick to blend it in. If you want to go a little bit extra, you can add a little bit of detailing into the leaves. Once you're happy with how your pumpkin looks, go over to your oven and preheat it to 275. Then put it in the oven and set the timer for 15 minutes. Once it's in the oven, take a couple moments and relax. My friends often joke that I am a very typical girl around this time of the year. When Starbucks announces pumpkin spice is back, I am first in line. When Michaels and Target bring out their fall-scented candles, I am first to get 2 or 3. Yes, it is very stereotypical of me. But typical doesn't mean bad. It means good. It means consistent. So I hope these videos help you bring about a sense of typical consistency for yourself. Because after all, isn't that what typical means? The definition of typical is a characteristic of a particular person or thing. So I hope this time of the year and these videos help you bring out a sense of typicalness, whether that is settling down into consistent ways that you have, cozying up with good books, putting up the same decorations you put up year after year, getting the same drinks at Starbucks, or whatever it may be. I hope you embrace it to the fullest. I know I will. And with that, I hope you have a spectacular week, an excellent day, and I'll see you all real soon.